Hey, this is Derek Triplett. You remember that episode of Martin? I'm sorry, I watch more TV than Christian TV. So there's this episode of Martin, and those of you who've never heard of Martin, there's this show, and it's Martin and Gina and Tommy and Cole. But there's this episode of Martin where Martin is trying to be the big man, and he tells his girlfriend, Gina, if you don't like it, you can go. Just bounce, just bounce. And Gina starts to walk out of the door, and Martin becomes a 3-year-old boy and starts yelling and crying and screaming. Because guess what? Sometimes men in the romantic process try to act like we don't get hurt, try to act like we don't have feelings, try to act like it doesn't matter to us, but it's just not the case. But what happens in all seriousness when a man gets really, really hurt in a relationship? The man needs to heal, otherwise the pain of that broken situation, he will leak it in every other relationship that he's in. And in many cases, that leaking will cause him to be aloof, it will cause him to dominate, it will cause him, in the worst case scenarios, to be abusive because they're not ready to be vulnerable again. Let me say something to the fellas. I've been through it, and no man wants to tell me that there hasn't been a woman that broke you down really, really badly. So take time to heal. Take time to get over it. If you need to get therapy, if you need to go to the altar and let the mothers pray with you, whatever you got to do, but sir, by all means, take time to heal. Men need to heal. We're not Superman. We're not Batman. You know, we're more like Spider-Man. Spider-Man used to get beat up a lot and used to have to recover. So all I'm asking, fellas, heal so that you can be healthy when you move to the next place.
Why are so many people hurting so badly? Make the relationship more important than the issue. Do you add value to the person that you're connected with? My name is Derek Triplett. This is Better Relationships, and guess what? It gets better from here. Welcome to Better Relationships. My name is Derek Triplett. The fact that men and women are different, that's an understatement. But do men and women approach relationships differently? In particular, do men and women approach relationship readiness differently? In a previous show, we talked about being relationship ready with a female. It was a riveting conversation. Today, we go to the opposite gender. How does a man get himself ready for a relationship? What does a man do? What is the process of a male? Of course, no one man can speak for the entire gender, but we're excited to get this man's perspective. We come back in just a minute. Relationship readiness from a male perspective. This is Better Relationships. I'm Derek Triplett.
Action.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
The top 3 reasons to stay single: fear of commitment, freedom, and like selfishness, lack of an ability to want to change of self.
I knew I was ready for a relationship because I had been looking for a while and just hadn't seen the right one yet. And when I did, I knew.
You knew. Gut feeling?
Yeah, just I think circumstances providentially aligned and allowed it to happen. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to Better Relationships. I'm Derek Triplett. Relationships can be tough. They can be difficult, but if you're prepared for them, it gets a lot easier. We're talking about relationship readiness today from the male perspective. I want to welcome actor. He's just done so many things, voiceovers, you name it. Dennis Mallon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Derek.
Good.
Glad to be here.
Good to have you here. Now,
Thank you.
listen,
Yes, sir.
you are a single guy.
Yes.
And you view yourself as prepared to be in a relationship.
True.
Tell me a little bit about that, though, because
Sure.
you've come out of some interesting situations.
Well, I just celebrated a divorce anniversary. I'm divorced 9 years.
Okay.
And even being married, I always said you've got to love yourself first.
Okay.
You've got to be able to look in the mirror, and you've got to like what you see, either from working out, maintaining, doing whatever. Because how can you love someone else?
Okay.
Unless you love yourself. Basic stuff that people don't buy into.
Got it.
Well, when I got divorced, I was devastated, of course. My high school sweetheart. But I jumped right into a relationship.
Oh, wow. How long were you married?
Too long. No, 18 years.
18 years.
18 years.
And you jumped right into another
I
relationship.
jumped right into another relationship.
Okay. What did you jump into?
I jumped into a very attractive doctor,
Okay.
yoga instructor, triathlete,
Wow.
alcoholic.
Okay. Doctor,
Exactly.
yoga instructor,
Yes, sir.
triathlete,
Yes.
alcoholic. Those don't
Extremes.
go together.
They don't. Both extremes. Now, I'm an athlete. I
Okay.
train, et cetera, et cetera. Very attractive, very intellectual. I was excited
Right.
about that. Well, 3 years of that relationship, I put myself on hold.
Okay.
I put my family on hold. I put everything on hold. It took her 6 months to introduce me as a boyfriend.
Okay.
You know, and through that 6 months, you just imagine we have a relationship. She lived in Cape May, New Jersey at the time, South Jersey. Was down there quite often. We were
Okay.
dating as far as I was concerned.
Long distance.
Long distance,
Okay.
about an hour when I was
Okay.
up there. Didn't understand why it took so long to introduce me as a boyfriend.
What'd you find out?
Basically, with her ex-boyfriend calling up, asking for her and what's going on, and she's visiting the ex-boyfriend in Philadelphia, et cetera,
Okay.
et cetera. So 3 months after that, she picked up a DUI.
Okay.
Now, I like my red wine, I like my scotch,
Okay.
nice dinner, stuff like that. It was getting pretty extreme. And I
Right.
didn't see that side because it was just a fun-loving side. I'm out of jail, I'm divorced, I want to have some fun.
Okay.
And that I was having some fun, not knowing how severe her illness really was.
Really was.
She gets a DUI. I basically move in. I help her out for 7 months. I drive her all over God's green earth.
Okay.
I drive her to work. I drive her to yoga studio. I put my kids, my family on hold. Really losing sight of self.
Okay.
Okay? Gets her license back. First thing she does is drives to go see her ex-boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have been driving Miss Daisy, and you've been doing the whole thing and all of that. Okay, she
Being
gets
a
her
good
license
boyfriend.
back. Okay.
Being a good man as far as
Right.
I'm concerned.
Okay.
If I'm in love with you or if we're together, I'm going to go above and beyond. That's
Okay.
just the way my father raised me. I'm a gentleman.
How did it end? And I'm assuming it ended.
Well, 2 years after that, it ended.
Wow.
So I'm a glutton for
So
punishment.
you're 5 years in.
I was 3 and change.
Okay.
in. But when I first got divorced, I kind of, being a Christian, I kind of looked at it. All right, I got to go through some penance. I did something wrong. I messed up big time in the marriage. So I got to go through this. This is my penance.
Okay.
I've never been hit by a woman.
Okay.
She would hit me.
So we've got ex-boyfriend, alcoholic, abusive.
Yes.
Wow. And you stayed.
I stayed because I looked at it from a kind of not a biblical perspective per se, but I must have really been bad to deserve this and let me get through this. Now, I fell in love with her and she fell in love with me. Okay? So we're together, we're building. She is hanging out with her ex-boyfriend. She's coming back to me and saying, well, the ex-boyfriend said I should do X, Y, and Z. Now, mind you, I put my entire life on hold. So
he's got recommendations.
He's got recommendations. I can't meet him. I can't see him.
But he's got recommendations.
It's duplicitous.
Okay.
You've got a separate life outside of me. And he's sharing his advice Why does he know anything about me? I'm an Italian male from New Jersey.
Okay.
What happens in my house stays in my house.
Right.
Right? You don't share that with anybody.
Okay.
Why are you sharing this outside of the house? Okay. 6 months after that, she gets invited to go to the Kentucky Derby. I'm all for it. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Great experience.
I got invited to the Masters. I was down there to, watch Tiger and all that.
So you all went to the Kentucky Derby?
Not me. Okay. She went to the Kentucky Derby. Now, I need communication.
Okay.
If I'm in a relationship, call me in the morning, send me a text message, call me at night, send me a text message, but I need communication.
Okay.
That's my one and only.
And that was established up front?
It was established up front. And I'm very honest. If I'm, first date, what are you looking for? I'm very open and honest. This is what I need. She weaponized it.
Okay.
Okay? Knowing I want this, I desire this, I need this, I didn't hear from her for 5 days. Now, 48 hours as an adult, God forbid you're thinking something nefarious happened.
Right.
I get a text message 5 days later, a Dear John text message, a 10-page text message. I'm sorry, I fell off the face of the earth, I checked out, I was staying at a guy's house, nothing happened.
She volunteered that information?
She volunteered that information. Now, what does that mean? A quick, nothing happened.
You obviously made a conclusion that it meant something did happen.
If knowing her the way I know her, adding alcohol, very attractive woman. Okay. She comes back, we discussed it, and I still hung out for a few months. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
When we come back, I want to talk about how it finally ended.
Sure.
But then I want to talk about how you got to the point where you were able to say, I'm ready to be in a relationship again.
Okay.
We'll be right back. This is Better Relationships. I'm Derek Triplett. Hey, let's go back over to the Q&A corner. This is a question from Jamie from Atlanta. There's a young lady at work that I really, really like, but I'm hesitant to ask her out because it's a work situation. Man, Jamie, that's tough. You don't want to get fired on your day off. You want to make sure that you kind of keep workplace romances out. If you all are not in the same department or she's in the same, but if you got to work together, you might not want to do that. Now, if she's worth you going to find another job for, then go do that. But if she's not worth you going to find another job for it, don't do it. Don't do it. I know I'm laughing, Jamie, and I take your question really, really seriously, but I'm hoping that you are listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Don't do it. Don't do it. I hope that helps.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Okay, Mom wants us home. Okay, bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right, how about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later. That's it.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
I have a couple of resources that I want to make you aware of. The first is a book entitled What You Say When You Say I Do. Here's the premise. In 90 seconds, standing before the preacher or at the courthouse, we repeat some vows. I do, I do, I do. But what are we really saying? What You Say When You Say I Do breaks down the traditional wedding vows and gives you an understanding of every promise that you're making. It's great for marriage prep. Pastors, you can use it. It is your premarital counseling in one book. I recommend that to you. Also, for couples who want to spend some time together developing their relationship, I've got a resource called We Time. We Time is a 52-week devotional where you and your partner can go through it, empower your relationship. It's mind-blowing. Get those two resources on Amazon.com. Welcome back to Better Relationships. I'm Derek Triplett. We got to get back to Dennis. This incredible relationship story, a lot of ups and downs.
Sure.
How did it finally end?
Well, coming back from the Kentucky Derby,
right?
It was really I moved out.
Okay.
I totally moved out. Sat with a Christian friend of mine, and just kind of laid it out there. Just kind of put it out there.
Here's the real deal.
Here's the real deal. What am I doing wrong?
Okay.
Why did I bring this into my life?
Okay.
Okay. Why did I attract this? What did I do wrong? Because I look in the mirror and it's all, what did I do?
It's all on you.
It's all on me. And found out that it's not me, but I lost balance.
Okay.
Okay. Put my kids on hold.
Okay.
Put my business on hold. Put everything on hold. I lost balance because I felt crazy in love.
Gotcha.
So I felt that I was ready a few months later, really, because I got control of myself.
All right.
Never had any bad habits, never too heavy on the alcohol.
Okay.
Just, working out's a good habit,
Okay.
right? But really, you have to, again, to what I said earlier, you've got to love yourself first.
Okay.
You got to be in touch with who you are, what you're all about.
So how did you begin to love yourself again enough to say, this relationship is not functional.
Sure.
I got to get out of it. What's next?
Getting back to church.
Okay.
As cliche as that might be, it's really not a cliche, but
Okay.
getting back to that. Rebuilding with my kids.
Okay. That's tough because they saw not only you hurt,
Yeah.
but they saw the fact that you were absent.
My son saw the abuse.
Wow.
Yeah. My son Dennis was around. He's 19 now, but he was around. We vacationed together as families and stuff like that. And again, I never raised a hand to his mother. That's not what you do.
And what do you say to your son when he sees that happen to his dad?
There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. He's questioned me about it years later.
Okay.
Now, subsequently, she picked up a second DUI.
Okay.
And for some reason, I'm in Florida now, and I'm driving, and she just popped into my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled over. I Googled her to see if she had a second DUI.
Okay.
I'm like, I called her up. I'm like, "Are you okay?"
Okay.
And then I told my son. My son went off on me.
Why are you even calling? Why are you?
Basically,
Okay.
why are you still going after that?
Okay.
And then, Dennis and I sat down. We took him out to dinner. And he's like, I can't believe you with this, that.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I never hit a woman, but when I saw that, I wanted to.
Okay. So what does the healthy Dennis ready for a relationship look like?
Sure. Well, I do date.
Okay.
And I'm upfront and honest with whoever I'm sitting across. I want to go all in.
Okay.
I want to have a relationship. I want to fall in love.
Okay.
You know.
So what?
I want to go all in.
What are you looking for that says in yourself, not in the partner, because you're wise enough to choose.
Sure.
But how do you protect yourself from making that mistake again?
You go by your gut.
Okay.
You go by your gut. Holy Spirit blesses you with certain things, but I've never received that. I've never gone by my gut. I remember going out to dinner, I guess, a few months ago with someone I met online or whatnot.
Right.
And I parked and I started getting stomach pain.
Okay.
Walk into the restaurant, sit down for dinner, my stomach's killing me. I'm like, what is going on? Had dinner and I said, hey, good luck, God bless, I'm out.
Right, you knew. The stomach told you.
I'm like, what's going on?
The
And
gut
it's
told
happened
you.
to me, again, you get a little gray, you get a little older, you're supposed to be a little wiser. But it's a matter of just reading yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't feel right, it's not right.
Okay.
And that's what it is. That's what it comes down to for me. And on my first date, you'll know everything about me.
Wow.
I want to fall in love. I want to go all in.
Mhm.
I want to, be exclusive. I want this. I want that.
Okay.
Are you on the same page with me? Yes or no? Because I'll treat you like my queen.
When that happens,
Yeah.
and you find the right woman, I want to bring you back, and we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. It's a good thing when you learn yourself. It's a good thing when you know yourself. It's a good thing when you get yourself back.
Yeah.
That's what Dennis was able to do, and that's what I want you all to do. We're going to be right back on Better Relationships. I would love to be a part of your married couples, singles, relationship conferences, or panel discussions. If you would like me to be a guest on your radio show, television show, or podcast, please send speaking and media requests to info@DerekTriplett.com. Follow me on Facebook at Real Derek Triplett and Twitter and Instagram at Derek Triplett.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend. Your friend might be worried, sad,
Grumpy. Angry.
Stressed, weird, rebellious,
anxious,
Antisocial.
lonely,
Sleeping less.
sleeping more.
Eating less.
eating more. Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
Let's head back over to the Q&A corner. This is a question from Kevin from New York. My brother and I have not spoken for 3 years. It went really, really bad, and a lot of bad things were said, but I love him, and I wish we could have a relationship again. How do I get it back? Well, it starts, Kevin, by admitting that you want a relationship with your brother, and if I may say, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, make a call. You can't control how he will receive it, but you can control if you've made the effort. One of the mistakes we make, especially in the urban community, is that we wait till people pass away to then talk about what we should have done. While both of you are alive, while both of you are breathing, make the effort. It may take a little work, but guess what? It is worth it. And let me ask you this question. Do you want to reconcile, or do you need to be right? Sometimes I'll give up being right just in order to reconcile. So it's your brother, man. It is your brother. Make sure that you make that connection. Welcome back to Better Relationships. I'm Derek Triplett. Wow, men and women are different, but isn't it good to know that men and women want some of the same things in relationships? They want to be exclusive. They want to be all in. They want it to work. They want it to last forever. But it's powerful to see when a man has to bounce back from a negative situation. Listen, sir, if you're ready to be in a real relationship, get yourself together, heal from the last relationship, be willing to be vulnerable, be willing to be expressive, be willing to take the risk. And it is a risk. All relationships are a risk. But sometimes as men, we hide behind the veneer of our alleged strength when the reality is we know we're taking a risk. But take it. It's worth it. Relationships matter, and they can add such value to your life. I'm Derek Triplett. This is Better Relationships. It gets better from here.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss, The boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
My work is not possible without the support of a tremendous family. We are not a perfect family. We have our scars and our stains. But being a triplet is a great honor to me, and I take pride in it. I want to thank my wife, my children, my parents, and my brother and sisters for their support and their encouragement. I also have some close friends who really want to see me win. I want to thank them for helping to keep me going. Without them, I couldn't be here for you. I think that there are some people who should remain single for a while, and I want to give you some of the reasons why. You should stay out of relationships if you are a selfish person. Relationships are not for selfish people. And maybe you know that you are, or maybe everybody around you knows that you are. However the case, if you're selfish, don't do that to someone. Relationships are about giving as well as receiving, and you need to be ready to do that. Listen. Relationships shouldn't be a part of your self-esteem, whether you're married or single, shouldn't be up or down. If you're ready for a relationship, be in one. It's just that simple, but make sure you're ready. This is Better Relationships. I'm Derek Triplett. It gets better from here. Hey, let's go back over to the Q&A corner. This is a question from Jamie from Atlanta. There's a young lady at work that I really, really like, but I'm hesitant to ask her out because it's a work situation. Man, Jamie, that's tough. You don't want to get fired on your day off. You want to make sure that you kind of keep workplace romances out. You know, if you all are not in the same department or she's in the same, yeah, but if you got to work together, you might not want to do that. Now, if she's worth you going to find another job for, then go do that. But if she's not worth you, go find another job for it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know I'm laughing, Jamie, and I take your question really, really seriously, but I'm hoping that you are listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Don't do it. Don't do it. I hope that helps.